Hello, you know me. I'm Tilly Pichardo Johansson, retired physician and life coach. And you guys know me. Usually I'm a very cheerful, a very upbeat person. But today, this video is about a topic that is a little hard, but we have to deal with it. What happens when life hits us hard? When tragedies happen, when we are suffering? How do we get up from there? One of the people I love the most in the world, one of my best friends from medical school, is going through a big tragedy in her family right now. So sad that it's not even worth for me to say the details. And it hurts. It hurts us more when someone we love is suffering than when we are suffering, in a way. And you guys know I've gone through a lot in my life. My mother's diagnosis of incurable cancer at age 19, my father's tragic death from a stray bullet years later, my own cancer, my children with special needs. And yet some things are even harder than that, especially the things when they are affecting people we love. And I know that my friend is not going to be watching this video, and I know that when someone is in a deep sadness, is unlikely to be watching any videos. But I hope you save this link and you put a post that says, in case of emergency, watch, so you can remember to have it handy if you or someone you love ever needs it. I hope never. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about the 5 very practical steps that I have needed to take every time that a tragedy has hit me. And the whole purpose of these steps is to get to the point of radical acceptance. We lose and waste so much energy fighting what happened. Why me? Why did this have to happen? If I had gone out 1 minute earlier or 1 minute late. And this robs us of so much energy and so much will of living. And when we get to the point of radically accepting that what happened and nothing is going to change it, it is painful, but it's also a huge relief because you release all that energy that you were trapping. So how do we get there? Ready? Well, step number 1 is there's no shortcut. There is no shortcut. Give yourself time. You need to give yourself time and you need to give yourself permission to feel the feelings. This sucks. And be comfortable with the discomfort. If you try to speed it up or numb yourself too soon, this is going to come back to hit you in the future. This is going to come back and then may be worse later on. Give yourself permission to feel the sadness and the anger and the frustration and the guilt, everything. When I always tell my clients, write a letter of complaint to the universe saying, I am angry. Why did this have to happen? That's why funerals exist. But don't avoid it. Allow yourself to feel those feelings and grieve those feelings. And also keep in the bottom of your mind that little voice that says, this will not kill me. We are trained to avoid pain because our bodies know that pain that it goes uncontrolled for a while means that we're being hurt, we're going to die. But emotional pain doesn't kill us. Keep in mind, I have gone through pain before and I have survived. And it seems impossible right now. But someday I will smile again. It seems impossible right now, but someday I will look back, see this, and it will hurt me a little less. So that was step number 1. There's no shortcut. Give yourself permission to grieve. Give yourself permission to feel the feelings, but always keeping in the back of your mind, I will survive. Someday I will smile again. The step number 2 is zoom out. Get out of yourself. One of the hardest part of grieving is this being trapped inside ourselves. Why me? Why me? Why did this have to happen to me? And if you can take a step out, out of this time, this century, this universe, this world, this reality, your life, and remember that in history, in time, there's been millions of people who have suffered the same thing you're suffering right now. Seems contradictory, but that helps. It helps remember I'm not alone. Think for a moment, meditate, connect with the souls of all those human beings that have gone through the pain you're going right now, whether it is a loved one with cancer, a loved one who died in an accident, whether it is someone who left you, a lover who left you, whatever pain you're going through, you're not alone. And feel the connection to all the souls that have gone through it before. If you know someone, flesh and bone in your life, who has gone through the same pain that you're going through, by all means, make sure to connect with them. Either to talk, or even if it's only to hug and cry a little bit together. But getting out of yourself, zooming out, helps a lot. And a PS with that, the ultimate zooming out is spirituality. And if you never had a spiritual life, this may be empty to you. But if you ever did, currently or in the past, this is the moment to reconnect with your spirituality. To remember that we are more than our bodies. We are more than our egos and our close few years of history that we're going to be alive. And if there is any ritual, spiritual practice that you ever did before, consider bringing it back. If anything, to try it for size again. Because the ultimate zooming out is remembering that there's something bigger than us ruling our lives. Whatever that means to you. Step 3 is, don't numb yourself out, but if you have to, do it through activity. Sometimes we have to get a sedative or a glass of wine or something when we're in pain. But as I said in the step 1, you want to grieve. You want to give yourself permission to grieve. So don't rely too much on it. But if there is one thing that you can start trying when you have grief enough and it's time to get out of this being stuck in the sadness, is get yourself busy. Start working, start a project, start cleaning, start organizing the kitchen drawer, start doing laundry. Keeping yourself busy sends the message to the brain that you're not powerless. And it also helps you move away from the being absorbed in yourself. That is even better if you stretch it to step number 4. The step number 4 is find a cause. Find a way that whatever is happening to you can serve others, can serve a bigger picture. The biggest story of that is Mothers Against Drunk Drivers. That a woman whose son died in an accident because of a drunk driver hit him, and she created this whole movement that has probably prevented millions of deaths in the world. When my father died from a stray bullet, my family embraced the cause of regulating weapons in the Dominican Republic. When my mother died of cancer, I embraced the cause of oncology and became an oncologist. When you are able to find a way to serve a cause through your suffering, that helps a lot. And that takes us to step number 5, which is a continuation of step number 2, zooming out. Give yourself permission to believe that even the biggest tragedy happens for a reason. You can choose what you believe. You can decide to believe life is terrible, life is hard, this is proof that God is cruel, or you can decide to believe there's a bigger picture that I don't see right now. Something good may happen from this. Even if that something good is someone else will watch my suffering and get awakened and decide I can have a better life. I should believe in the moment. I should tell people next to me I love you. Whatever it is, give yourself permission to believe that life is a bigger picture than we see, that someday we'll understand better, whether it is at the moment of our death or whether it is in the future when we know our story touched someone. Whatever it is, I always say God is the best novelist in the world. I love writing novels, and in a novel, every single thing that happens in a well-written novel, even the tragedies, even the sad moments, at the end, they get entangled in a net that make a cascade of events happen that result in the ultimate climax of the novel, and then the resolution. And whatever it is that's happening in your life right now, decide to have faith that that is going to bring something good in a different way to your life or the life of someone else. That someday you'll look back and you'll see, that was a plot twist that hurt a lot, but it brought me to this better place. So those are the 5 things I wanted to share with you today, the 5 ways to move towards radical acceptance. Step number 1, embrace your feelings. Don't hurry, you have to give yourself time. But just keep in mind, in the bottom of your mind, I have survived before and I can survive now. Step number 2 is zoom out. Know that there is a bigger picture than what you. It's not, oh, why me, why me? Remember, there is hundreds, thousands, billions of people in the world who have gone through the same thing you've gone through, and connect through them, either spiritually by acknowledging their existence, or by reaching out to one person who has gone through the same thing you did, a support group, one person, and embracing them, and even exchanging sometimes of quiet communication, quiet embrace. The step number 3 is don't numb yourself, but if you have to, do it through activity. Start cleaning, start doing something productive, start doing laundry, whatever it is, send your brain the message that you are not powerless. The step number 4, take it one step further. Embrace a cause. Find a cause that you can use this tragedy that is happening to you to help serve others, to help prevent that tragedy to happen to someone else, to create a movement of awareness, to even just to bring awakening to someone else. And the last step, which is a continuation of step 2 of zooming out, give yourself permission. Even more, choose to believe that this can happen for good. Even the worst, most horrible thing, even if you cannot think about it right now, zoom out and give yourself permission to say, maybe someday I will look back and say, thanks to this, someone I know prevented that same tragedy to happen to them. Someone I know saw my suffering and decided to reinvent their life. Thanks to this, something different came to my life. I hope this helps you, and please, if you know anybody who needs to hear these words, share this video, share these words, and let me know if there's anything else I can help you with in your own tribulations. Okay? I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please share it. Talk to you soon.